Hey Capricorn. Hey, welcome to you and welcome to your reading. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have a bunch of oracle cards spread out on my tarot table here. So I'm gonna pull one as the theme for your reading. And this reading applies for the next 2 weeks from whenever you're finding it. Okay, Spirit, is this the card? Okay. All right, so we have the card for you. And I'm getting a sense, Capricorn, that this reading is going to be a little bit different, or is different than the readings that I've done for you for the past couple of months, because it felt like you had like a theme going on the last like couple of readings that I've done for you, but for whatever reason, this one feels different. I feel like there's something coming up for you all that I just am sensing that you need a specific message for, so that's what we're getting into. Okay, is this the card? And it's in reverse, yeah. So here's your card. Okay, and this is gonna be the theme for your reading. So it says summer, it says expansion, it says growth. This is coming in reverse. Yeah, the energy is really interesting here because it's kind of similar to what I was just talking about. Like, it's almost like you had been on a certain trajectory for a while, and then I feel like something just kind of like comes up suddenly, or just there's a switch of focus for some reason. And I feel like the switch of focus, particularly within this reading as compared to the other ones that have been ongoing for you, is there's some sort of like energy of needing to stop. Is that right? Yeah. There's an energy of needing to stop something. I don't know what that is though. Okay, and we're gonna get further into this in just a moment. We're gonna build this out with the tarot cards in a moment. But yeah, there's an energy of needing to stop. It's almost like there's a sudden like pause or contraction. So if this card is around expansion, yeah, this energy does feel contracted. It almost feels like you're going from this like kind of growth to suddenly like stopped. Or like you had been expanding outwards, and now there's a stopping, and there's some sort of like almost reverberation inwards a bit. That is so interesting. Is there more on this card? Okay, hold on. There's a little bit more on this card they want me to see. I'm really struck by the gray clouds here. Yeah, exactly. There's something here. Again, the rest of this card is very sunny, but they're really pointing out the gray clouds here. I feel like it's feeling stormy for some of you. That may be literal. That could also be a metaphor. I feel like there's maybe some confusion, some mental fog is part of it, but not quite. It's just something that needs to be stopped. Okay, so like what? Let's get it. Can we get into the spirit? All right, so let's get into this. And if that resonates for you, the kind of beginning here, just stick with it. We're going to build up this message and really get to kind of a defining point of it. If for any reason you feel like that doesn't resonate for you or with you, that's totally fine. Feel free to check out one of the other readings for one of your other signs, as that may be more emphasized at this time for you. You want this card? Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Again, that contraction energy, that pause energy. This is exactly the same energy as the summer in reverse. It's the exact same energy. It's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, and I find it interesting we got the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune actually speaks to, on a more like soul level, it's a very like karmic card without all of the sort of like negativity that word implies. It just speaks to like the evolutions of the soul. And so it's interesting this is coming out in reverse, because I feel like there's some sort of like stop or halt that's happening on a higher level that's actually outside of your control. That feels really important here, that it's outside of your control. I need to say that for someone. Okay, do we have anything that's going well? All right, they're telling me yes. Is this it? Partially. So we have the Two of Cups. Is this upright? No, it's in reverse. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's something out of alignment here. There's something out of alignment here. And I feel like, I'm wondering if Spirit needs you to pause and stop and kind of look at something here. I feel like this is happening on more of a spiritual level. Sorry, one second. Whew. Oh my goodness, I just had a sneeze. Interesting, I sneezed twice, like the Two of Cups. I'm also sneezing because I'm someone who has been impacted by the Los Angeles wildfires, and there's a lot of smoke and ash. I have a lot of it in my apartment. There's a lot of damage, but also it's just like in the air right now because it rained today, so it's a lot. But I feel like, yeah, there's some sort of so if you're seeing me like puffy faced and sneezing today, that's why. It's because there's a lot going on for me. This is my like reprieve from my life right now. But yeah, I feel like there's a needing to like pause, take a break, stop something. This may be for someone, if you've been considering this within a connection, I feel like this could be a sign for you. I'm hearing yes. If this is something you're considering in a connection, whether that's romantic, platonic, work-related, whatever that is, it feels like there's some sort of pause and reconsideration that's needed here. I don't know why I'm getting like a Four of Cups. I'm seeing the Four of Cups tarot card in my mind's eye. So yeah, it's coming through as some sort of like reconsideration or consideration that's needed here. Okay, so what's going well about this? I feel like the pause is a good thing. Interestingly enough, I feel like the pause is a good thing, but I don't know exactly why. Can we keep going? They're just pulling out these cards. Look at that. Oh my gosh, the Hierophant. Yep. Okay, the Hierophant. Yep. I was talking about how it's on like a higher level with that Wheel of Fortune. That's exactly it. So the Hierophant is also confirming that message that this is all happening on a higher level. And also I feel like it's you're seeing it in, you know, kind of your day-to-day or whatever the event or experience is that you're going through right now. But I feel like the wheel has been stopped kind of on all levels right now is what they want me to say and how they want me to communicate that. Okay. The Hierophant can also sometimes be read as a card of like institution. So this could be related to like government, workplaces. This can be related to marriage, legal institutions of any sense. I feel like something that's happening in your world is out of alignment right now with the Two of Cups in reverse. If this is, again, related to a connection of some sort, whether it's like with another person or if it's just that connection could be with it to other parts of yourself. This could also be like a connection to an event or a situation. It doesn't have to necessarily be to another person, although for some of you it is. If this is around maybe a marriage or relationship, there's some sort of pause here. It feels like there's some sort of like legal pause potentially that's happening, or some sort of like reconsideration that's needed in terms of if there's like any legal contracts are going through right now. So there's that's here. But I think overall, this spread so far is really talking about, and the energy as I'm feeling it, just feels like there's a pause in every level. Can we talk about why that is, Spirit? The stuck. All right, why the pause? And I feel like part of this is just happening outside of your control is what I feel like. For some of you, if you had been considering, should I take a pause? I do feel like the wind conditions are really good for that right now. Just given what feels like it's happening on the spiritual level for you. This card. Yeah. Oh my gosh. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups in reverse. Do we have another card here? Okay, let's pull another card. Hold on. I'm getting pieces of this. Why are we at a standstill? I feel like there's something out of alignment. Yeah, it just feels like something's out of alignment here. And I don't know if it's the path that you're headed on is just not in the correct direction. What is this? This card? Knight of Cups. That's upright. One more. All right, one more card. Hold on. They're kind of building out a little more of this energy for me, which is helpful because it's a little bit hard. It almost feels like there's like a brick wall here. And I'm having to like figure out how to go over it. very interesting, but I feel like that's the energy you're in. There may be some sort of like conflict or some sort of obstacle or challenge you're running into right now. Yeah, Eight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, again, it's at a stop. It's at a standstill. That's exactly it. Eight of Wands in reverse. It's at a standstill because the Eight of Wands usually moves forward. You can see the wands like kind of shooting through the air really fast. It's one of the fastest moving cards in tarot. And when it's in reverse, it's coming in as just like, there's like a, it's a little bit of a block. It feels like a little bit of a block. It just feels like, again, the wheel has stopped turning for some reason. And I feel like it has to do with what's in this energy here. The Ten of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Cups. I feel like the direction you were going in, I feel like isn't aligned with, it's just not aligned. I don't know, this Two of Cups is coming out here. And I feel like I can't really get like super specific here. I don't know why, but Spirit's not telling me not to get too specific. It just feels like, and I feel like you know maybe what this situation is that you're going through. So if it's related to that, then I believe this reading is like speaking to whatever situation that you're potentially thinking of right now. Like, it just feels like this is not quite aligned with your happiness. Because again, the Ten of Cups upright speaks to happiness and emotional fulfillment and that feeling of being home. It speaks to like, contentment. There's a contentment to the Ten of Cups, as you can see sort of with the imagery in this card. It's very happy. And it's coming out in reverse. I feel like the path you're on is kind of misaligned to get you to this Ten of Cups that you actually want, the upright version. I feel like it's not quite right. There's something that's not quite where it needs to be. And it's interesting because they're showing me the image of like this Wheel of Fortune, almost as if I have a tarot card that looks like this, but almost like it looks like a gear, like you'd see in like just like a machine, or the gear you'd see in like a clock. And it's interesting because they're showing it to me as if it's kind of like trying to move forward, but it keeps getting, it's like stuck. It's like stopped from moving forward. It's like the motion is there, but it can't quite move forward yet. So there's a couple of things here. One is around divine timing is at play here, and I don't feel like the timing is correct on something. For someone, it is around this connection or relationship. That feels really strong here. So if that's definitely for that situation for someone, that feels really specific, but the timing is incorrect. Okay, for everyone here, it feels like, I feel like the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune upright is it literally speaks to expansion. It's a card that's connected into Jupiter. It's a card that's connected into like Sagittarius. It's a card that's connected into like growing and growth, and it can be a really good card. It moves really fast too. It speaks to fortune. It speaks to good luck. It's kind of a lucky charm a little bit, okay? And so I feel like coming out in reverse, it feels like there's a wanting to continue expanding here, but again, we're seeing the clouds. It's just stopped. I feel like the direction that you're on right now, or the path that you're on, isn't quite, it's a little misaligned here, that it's not allowing this wheel to completely turn. Okay, so let's get a little bit more on that, because that still feels, hold on one second. Okay, so that was my dog. His name is Tux. He helps me with these readings, so we're definitely on to it. We're definitely on to the right part of the message here. Okay, so let's get a little bit more. Yeah, for whatever reason, the other piece that's coming through, this is for someone specific, is if this is around like legal documents, legal communications, again, it just feels like there's some sort of standstill, or some sort of like new review that's needed of the document. So I don't know what that means for everyone. That feels very specific. It also could be related to workplace emails. I'm hearing that as well. Maybe do a little extra diligence in your emails right now. Okay, so let's keep going. What is, I feel like there's a question here. Okay, so if Capricorn's not on the right path, how can they redirect? Is maybe another question? Yes, they definitely want to talk about that. So let's get into that. Ready? How does Capricorn redirect? That's the card. Ooh, Seven of Wands. Okay, and I like this Seven of Wands because it's interesting because it's kind of confirming what I'm saying. It's almost like the energy of what Spirit's trying to put you in. The Seven of Wands usually speaks to like boundaries. For whatever reason, right now it's coming through as guardrails. It's almost like Spirit's trying to like, you know, they're like guardrails when you like bowl and stuff. It's almost like if you're the bowling ball, this is what they're showing me. If you're the bowling ball, it's like Spirit's trying to like direct you, you know, to the pins that need to be knocked down, if that's the example we're using here, okay? And it's almost like they're trying to put up guardrails through this reading. This is almost confirmation. The Seven of Wands is confirmation here that there is a wanting to put up guardrails, and that's what we're going to do in this reading. So thank you, Spirit, for that. But wanting you to like be on the right path. Okay, so there's some guardrails that are coming up that are needed. What do you have to say about this path, Spirit? This card. Ooh, Judgment, upright and reverse. Okay, can we pull another card? This one. Do you want both of these? The Lovers, upright and reverse. Yep, that's making sense. Keep going. All right, let me pull a couple more cards. I feel like they want one or two more. Hold on. And then we'll unpack this. Keep going. This card. Strength. Holy shit. These are all major arcana. Holy moly, Capricorn. This is a big shift. These are some big moves on your soul level. These are some big moves. Okay, strength. Okay, so for someone here, this is a very clear, I have to read the literal point of the cards here because the Lovers is coming out in reverse with the Strength as well as with Judgment upright. For someone here, this is around building up the strength to walk away from something you know that's not good for you anymore. Okay, I just have to say it because that's what Spirit's saying. So building up the strength to walk away from something that you know is not good for you anymore. This is definitely coming in with a relationship vibe for someone. It feels very strong. And that doesn't mean it's romantic necessarily. This is also coming through as like, I'm feeling a friendship vibe for someone. This could be a friendship. There's could be, yeah, there's some familial elements here, but it feels like this could be a workplace situation. Again, there's a workplace thread coming through here too. But it feels like walking away from potentially a connection that doesn't align with you. Okay, and notice the Lovers and the Two of Cups really are very, very similar cards. Okay, they kind of can speak to the same thing. They speak to connections. They speak to relationships. That's a lot of how it can be read. These also can be read as cards of alignment. So like, is something like in alignment with you? Just like you see the Two Cups here and like do these work together, okay? And for whatever reason with these like coming out in reverse, it just feels like this is not aligned with you. And that's why there's kind of this pause right now. And Spirit is trying to like put up the guardrails. Part of it is maybe wanting you to put up some boundaries with this connection or relationship or person, whatever it is. But I feel like this is a very hard situation for someone. For someone, this is a specific message coming through. For someone, you're walking away from a marriage or going through a separation specifically is what I'm hearing. So it's really taking a lot of strength and courage to kind of move through this process, feeling like you're alone, feeling like you'll never find love again. And I feel like the Ten of Cups came out to say like, this is still here and possible for you. It just doesn't feel like it's here in this situation. And that's why we keep talking about these like legal communications and legal documents. And for someone, you may be thinking, do I want to make this separation like legal or take it through a legal process of some sort? And I feel like the wind current here feels strong for that. It actually feels like that might be the best course of action. Okay, so I feel like that's that slice of the message that feels really specific to someone. or to a small group of people here. Okay. Okay, let me catch the other threads because this is coming in really loaded. No matter what situation you're in, I feel like there's a real call here for you to like, the Judgment card is coming through as like seeing this situation clearly. Okay, so I don't know if you see, do you see this like, it's really hard to see. There's like a bunny with a big head here who's like looking over this encampment here, the tents and the other buns that are just hanging out in this kind of field. And so, yeah, there's a kind of like higher wisdom type of discernment that's needed here. And that's trying to happen. And I feel like this is actually what the block is. I feel like you aren't going to be able to move forward, or aren't moving forward. I should say it this way. You aren't moving forward with what this path or whatever it is that you want that feels stagnant. There's something stagnant here. It feels like it's like just come to a pause. It almost feels a little sudden, especially with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You're just like, wow, that kind of stopped abruptly. And, you know, I feel like Spirit's saying like, we just need you to look at this situation clearly and to see that it's actually not aligned with you. And that I think, like I said, it feels kind of important. All of these are major arcana cards, so it feels kind of important. So I really think there's a call for like something you're going to have to overcome here. This feels like an obstacle. I'm going to be honest. It feels like an obstacle. That's what it feels like. You want this card? Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Was I not talking about the path? That's exactly it. It's like, so the Two of Wands speaks to like crossroads. It can speak to like picking a path. It can speak to the direction that you're planning to take forward. And Spirit has you at sort of a halt at this crossroads right now because they want you to like look at this clearly. Again, there's a real sobriety to the Judgment card, the way it's coming in from Spirit right now. There's a real sobriety to this card of wanting you to see this clearly and to nourish yourself. There's a nourishment that wants to happen too, to like nourish yourself through this, because I just feel like there's a shift that's occurring that needs to happen for you to get on the right path. The Knight of Cups into the Ten of Cups, because the Knight of Cups, the way Spirit is showing it to me is like riding, the Knight of Cups is riding into, it's like riding the horse into the Ten of Cups, okay? Like wanting to get to the Ten of Cups, which is that sort of like wish fulfillment. It's that happiness, it's that happy home, it's that, you know, satisfaction, contentment, all the things we were talking about. But there's a real wanting to like go that path. And I think Spirit has you in a halt right now. You're at a halt on a spiritual level. Your higher self, we're not seeing the High Priestess out here on this deck yet, but the Hierophant as well, it's coming in with the same energy as the High Priestess. They're both coming in as like a higher self energy, needs you to like redirect. There needs to be a redirection here. The Two of Wands is saying redirect. The Eight of Wands is saying redirect. These are saying redirect. There's a redirection that's needed to get you actually on that path. Okay. So can we talk about what the redirection is and what that will lead to, Spirit? Okay, let's grab this deck. You want this deck card? Okay. Let's keep going. What is this redirection? What does this lead to? Yeah, they're giving me only some specifics. There's not a ton of specifics here. I just feel like you probably know what this is. Something that feels like it came to a sudden standstill for you. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a message for you. Okay, for someone, this is going to happen within this week that we're coming up into. Now, I'm recording this. What day is it? I don't know. We're at the end of January for me, the last week of January 2025. But you don't have to be as you're watching this. It's just going to be this week from whenever you find this recording. Okay, you find this reading. Is this the card? And we had, yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, totally. Okay. It says mushroom. It says recycling, breaking. The breaking down problems is coming through really strongly. Yeah, I feel like there's an obstacle. There's an obstacle here. There's something in front of you right now that has you on hold. It wants you to go a different direction. It wants you to break down this, Spirit wants you to break down this problem as you see it, to see it clearly with Again, a level of sobriety here for someone. They're saying don't take the mushrooms. Don't take the mushrooms. Okay. I don't know what that means, but that's for someone here. So if that's for you, that's for you. Okay, because there's just a real like clarity that's needed. And it feels like there's something here that with the two pathways you have to either like, you can try and move forward the way you're currently moving forward, but I feel like you're just going to continue to be stuck. Okay. The other direction you have to go is to actually like come into, there's some level of healing that's needed here. I can't really like, that's just coming through really strongly also with the mushrooms, because mushrooms can be very like healing. They're also very adaptogenic, which I'm an herbalist as well, like a classically trained herbalist as well. And so, yeah, they're adaptogenic. So there's something around you needing to take like something from the situation you're in right now and kind of like transmute it into something good for you. Because I think whatever is here for you right now, the current path you're on with either this person or within this event or situation, it just feels like it's not quite serving you. And some spirit needs you to see something about it, needs you to like break down and process the lessons within that situation and then to like move away from it. Okay. I really hope this is making sense, because weirdly enough, it's starting to become clearer. And this feels kind of clear. I don't know what the situation is though, because spirit is like being very clear aside from the ones I've listed. Spirit is being very clear that this is a very general reading today. Okay. So, you really have to apply this to your situation and whatever domain of your life this feels like it applies to. They're being very clear on that today. But yeah, I just feel like there's a needing to take away like the lessons from whatever that is, the little bit that you need to digest yet, and then to move in a new path and a new direction, potentially without this thing attached. Okay. All right. So I think we're good on this message. Is there any other advice, Spirit, for the general? Okay. All right. We're going to pull the last card of advice for the general reading. I'm going to see if they want to go into an extended. I don't know if they do yet. So let's see. All right, last advice for Capricorn. This card? Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, this is exactly what I was saying. All right, this says cauldron. This says creation, opportunity, caring. Okay, so the caring bit is coming through really, really strong on this. Really, really strong. I'm struck by the fact that there are threes. There are 3 spoons in here. So this is speaking to potentially for someone, like I said, either a connection, relationship dynamics, a group situation. It's definitely speaking to something like for a section of you all who are watching this around a connection or connections. I was talking about in the reading how there's this message from Spirit around like really caring for yourself right now and providing yourself sort of the self-care and love that you need as you kind of go through this process, because I feel like it's going to take, and it is taking a lot of strength for you to do it. And this card, let's be very clear, the strength card only comes out when you're going through something like difficult, okay, like really difficult. So I feel like again, there's something about like the flowers on this bear here and the way it's like hugging this little bun. There's something around like caring for yourself and caring, just being really gentle with yourself right now as you're kind of going through this transition or the shift or trying to realign back into the energy that's aligned with your higher self. Okay. The cauldron I really like because it does speak to, it can speak to creation, but for whatever reasons, it's coming through as like a bowl of soup for someone, like having some soup and getting cozy, maybe with a blanket and like, just, yeah, there's some real caring that's trying to come through here. Yeah, especially if this is around a relationship dissolving or connection dissolving. Again, there's a dissolve. They're showing me the animation of like the cauldron, the spoon like stirring what's in the cauldron and it's dissolving. So there's something being dissolved here, and I'm noticing there's like rings on this cauldron. Again, for someone, this could be around a marriage or relationship or connection of any type, but it doesn't have to be. This could be for anything. And so it just feels like there's a real level of like gentleness that's needed right now. for yourself. Okay. All right, so I think that's where, yeah, we're gonna leave this general reading. Do we want an extended? Yeah, they definitely want an extended. For those of you who want to get more specific into this message, I feel like we're gonna do that in this extended and get some more details about what this is and advice on how to move forward. So if you'd like to follow along into the extended, I have that information in the description box below. I also have information on personal readings with me in the description box below. If you decide to purchase one, please know that you would be helping someone who has been impacted by the Los Angeles wildfires. I am actually someone who's going to have to move apartments because of the extensive smoke and ash damage that I have in my apartment resulting from the fires, which I was right next to. Like, my whole neighborhood has been grazed over. So lucky, I am so grateful and lucky that my apartment is still standing, and also there's a lot I'm having to navigate through as well. So if you wanted to support someone in the community who's actually been directly impacted and have a direct impact, then, you know, purchasing the extended or purchasing a reading with me would be really helpful. If that's not something that's, you know, within your ability at this moment, if this reading resonated with you, if you could kindly like it, that helps me to know if these messages are actually resonating. And if you feel drawn to subscribe to the channel, that would be great as well. But Capricorn, we're gonna go ahead into the extended right now. I do sense this feels like a big shift. Again, we had a lot of major arcana on this board, like more than half of these cards are major arcana. So I feel like there's a big shift happening right now. This feels like a big kind of transition for you. So I'm wishing you a lot of luck and love as you kind of navigate that journey. And if I could support you in any other way, feel free to reach out. All right, well, I'll see you at the extended reading, or if not, I'll see you at our next one. All right, thanks for joining me. Bye for now.